can still feel the rocks in the street, in the heat, no shoes, no socks on my feet, gotta eat, hit the Rex and grab a white box in the seat, then we more back to the red blocks and we deep, 9-10 hard knocks with a lot to release, on the top of block D, throwing rocks in the streets, cop stop, we retreat, out of optical reach, running optimal speeds, hide out to repeat, no stop.
I agree. Like I say, my statements are not as educational as y'all. All I'm saying is from where I've sit and where I've looked and what I've seen, that the mentality of a lot of people is going always, where do water run? It runs down the path of least resistance. So at the end of the day, I don't even frown upon people who go whatever route they go. I don't give a fuck what you do. I just feel like at the end of the day, a lot of the shit a lot of our people been prayed on. People been prayed on. Period. Like it's a pray. Like I'm gonna give you what you need so that you don't have to do this or do that or whatever the case may be. And I don't care if they white, black, blue, or green. At the end of the day, the system came along and said, you know what? If I offer these things, then at that particular point, and for whatever reason, then it will cause confusion or division. Child support causes confusion and division. Clearly,
So
it
yeah,
causes
it definitely to a certain extent offered a balance to an unbalanced situation. But what I'm saying is I don't completely blame that on the system, except for the system being metamorphosized from our conditions here in this country in the first place.
Tap your bag on the screen.
Oh, all right. Tap your bag. Tap your bag.
I ain't want to go
Stefan,
too far.
tap your bag.
Huh? Tap who?
Tap your bag.
Oh, okay. Appreciate you. I don't know. I just feel like at the end of the day, if we don't start at the basics, and to be honest with you, I think what we're missing and what a lot of us what we'll be benefited by is that we actually teach classes on all of this stuff, on relationships, on interaction, communication, all of those things as kids, because that's how we learn who we are today. That's how we become who we are today. And I feel like if you send me out there on a mission and I don't have any tools and I don't have any education, I don't have any knowledge, I'm bound to fail. And
You bound
to be honest with you, as a father, it wasn't no possible way for me to be successful as a father. I mean, for one, my mom only installed two things. You're gonna provide and you're gonna protect. That's the fucking bare minimum. That's the smallest thing that a man can do is provide and protect. He never said anything about being nurturing and having to be compassionate and be understanding and be able to listen and be able to separate, this from that. None of that. She ain't teach me none of that. You know why? Because didn't nobody teach her that. So if we actually plan on fixing this, because we could talk about the system and we could talk about the problem, but at the end of the day, if you change the people that's involved with it, then you'll fix things. And we don't have that. We don't have the places where the kids can go and actually learn something and actually be taught something, to be showed how to sit down, how to sit, the civil way supposed to sit, how you're supposed to pull a chair out, none of that shit. Like none of that. But we got TikTok and we got Facebook. We know how to pop that ass. You know what I'm saying? We know how to throw that ass in a circle. So at the end of the day, we all a part of the problem because ain't nobody coming up with a solution. And then that shit costs money. And don't nobody want to pay for that shit. But they going to buy some weed.
Well, I don't think it even necessarily costs money, because that's what all these churches on every last corner are supposed to be for.
That's what the churches is for? Girl,
that's what they're supposed to be for.
Motherfuckers, you got more faith in the church than you do God.
I'm just saying that's what they're supposed to be for.
Oh, that's what they.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, any community organization, I mean, from religion to political, is supposed to have a certain stake in the moral mentality and development of said community. And that's another thing. We have a lot of churches that basically they prey on that same division. You know what I'm saying? I got a partner, I didn't understand it at first and I kind of thought it was blasphemous, but he said that a lot of people trade in their real daddy for their sky daddy, and some people believe that it's necessary, and some people believe that it's a little bit skewed. I'm of the latter. I feel like we all need our sky daddy, quote unquote. We all need a relationship with God, but at the same time, these preachers shouldn't be teaching people that you replace anything with Jesus. That the whole mechanism is supposed to work as a whole, not you ain't got a daddy. Call Jesus. You ain't got a job, call Jesus. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You depressed, call Jesus. You can call him for all of those things, but in the same retrospect of I should already have a daddy. I should already have a stable mentality. I should already have an innate sense of bringing this human experience to the spiritual realm, not bringing the spiritual realm to the human experience to change it in any type of way.
Boy, y'all done got deep. Y'all got deep. I'm over here trying to hit these questions.
I can't stand that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been on some different stuff, and maybe y'all can look into it. But a couple of years ago, my cousin committed suicide, and after that, I started getting a lot of anxiety. Like, not much is less on what would happen to me after I passed, but kind of about the people that had to live on without me. So I started researching it. Man, I be on YouTube, and I ain't gonna lie to you. The church has been talked about in these YouTube videos like they the bad people. Like they use scare tactics to get people to do what they want them to do. And I'm not gonna say I'm an atheist. I gotta believe in something, but I'm gonna tell you this. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that be. Go ahead, Sugar. I know you got some smart and educational to say. I'm just gonna clearly tell you.
It ain't so much as that, but we back to a situation where things are skewed. Because I mean, you have to understand that a consequence, not even using the word consequence, a action to every reaction. I mean, a reaction to every action is life. So a scare tactic, I would say, yeah, because you can't tell me that something physical is going to happen to me after the dissipation of my physical body, but you can tell me that the enlightenment that I'm supposed to get or the closeness with God that I am supposed to get before I leave here won't affect me afterwards. And that's another topic though, because lakes of fire and mountains of ash and brimstone is not something that's in my mentality for the simple fact that all of these things described are here on earth: fire, brimstone, and ash. So I'm not against you saying that it's a scare tactic. I really would just say that the church has now used it as a scare tactic, but there is a very realistic importance to how you live your life and what you should accomplish mentally and spiritually before you leave this motherfucker. So yeah, whether they scare you to get you in church or scare you to get you to understand that your life.
I love y'all.
Yeah,
and if y'all, hey, if you ain't got no good baby daddy, call Nate. Call Nate.
Nah, don't call me. Call me if you want to get on Baby Daddy or Baby Mama Chronicles, and I'll let you tell your experience. But I ain't got too much more assistance other than that. I got to assist my own. Yeah.
Well,
don't call me for that.
I hope to be invited back. Cause I mean, this was really enlightening. I learned something tonight.
I hope somebody learns. I hope somebody learns something from you. Somebody don't make the same life-altering decisions. You know what I'm saying? We just each one teach one. That's what we all about over here in the lab. You know how the chemistry be. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody would like to be on Baby Daddy or Baby Mama Chronicles, feel free to inbox me or Nate Baum and we'll get you set up, or you can visit rebelliousjewels.com and we got a forum going on. I'm gonna put that in the chat for you.
Yeah. We need you to
we need you to
go to www.rebelliousjewel.com. We are not only on Bigo, Spotify, Facebook. We out there. Yeah, we out here.
Hey, y'all,
And you can also
put my TikTok in there, man. Like, I'm on that TikTok too, man.
Go plug your stuff in with your social medias and everything.
Let me see. How do you do all that shit? Man,
I'm gonna have you on the website. Don't worry about it, Steph. I'm gonna have you on the website. Don't worry about it. I
appreciate you. Hey, I need all the money.
Ladies, y'all make sure y'all put that website down because Mr. Cohen's information will be on the website. You know, his TikTok, all that, you know, where you'll be able to get in touch with him. He said he's getting a vasectomy. So you ain't got to worry about no baby.
Bam, so he can shoot the club up and don't nobody foul. Bow, bow.
Man, I'm just put a rubber band on the ball. Throw a rubber band on him, let him fall off.
You know, I'm all for it. Shit, we can make a love connection. Hell, we might could do a goddamn For the Love of Stefan. We might got a show coming to Bigo For the Love.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
You know, I always wanted to be on that Married at First Sight too. I liked that motherfucking show. I like that show.
You know, we might have to do a little something on Bigo. You know.
Oh, you asked me about working out.
You know, we might.
It's gonna be a disclaimer though. Hey, it might be Married at First Sight, but don't come to Bigo for your second thoughts. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Hey, you was asking me about working out. Was you trying to get back in the gym or what?
Oh yeah, of course. Already, you know it. Matter of fact, we need to do some live classes.
Oh yeah, well, you know when I go in, I go in.
Yeah,
so,
I've been in the gym.
My first workout, I couldn't laugh for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, shit. I went to the gym one time. I went to the gym one time, but shit, I thought that was the door that they put Baytown Seafood at. So
I was in and out there. Check me out on TikTok. I've been doing my workouts on there too. So just let me know when you're ready, cuz.
Oh yeah, shit, I'm ready. I'm getting ready to get back in there. You know, shit.
Yeah,
I'm working on my athletic line too. So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you. Everybody ain't able.
Make sure y'all tune in for them workout sections.
Shit, I watch from the couch.
I did.
You gotta come out. You gotta come out.
I can still feel the rocks in the street in the heat. No shoes, no socks on my feet. Gotta eat. Hit the Rex and grab a white box in the seat. Then we more back to the red blocks and we deep. 9-10 hard knocks with a lot to release. On the top of block B, throwing rocks in the streets. Cops stop, we retreat. Out of optic.